or I'll just pluck one of them out of the ether
Yeah.
to use. I mean, obviously, E flat minor to A flat to G has the most color. Right? You could voice lead. You know. What if I took a song like All the Things You Are and just took one of those 2/5s, which is basically the third cycle. The best I can explain this is just to play it, and then we'll work backwards. So F minor. Now here, it actually does it on its own, and then it modulates to C major, right? But, you know, the chords in their purest form is F minor to B flat minor, right? So I'm playing F minor, F sharp minor, B7, B flat minor. And lo and behold, the melody works.
This is sort of just almost just like tritone substitutions on everything. Because you can think of
Yes.
the 2 and the 5 as sort of the same chord, especially when you're playing a tune where that might be a beat each, right?
Yeah. But it gives that sound. I mean, it's a sound like it makes me think of cats like Ron or Joe Diorio or Joe Pass, you know.
I would be so curious to know like how deep Joe Pass was on actual theory. I have this inclination that it was like not as academic as you might think from listening to him.
I feel if he was sitting here in this conversation, he'd probably be just like, I don't think of it like that. I just play this, and it would be playing that. You know, he's
It might be
just somebody that played by ear. I mean, and so many players did. I mean, all of our heroes back then. I mean, with the exception of Jim Hall, who actually got a degree in composition at the University of Cleveland.
Yeah.
We've got guys that were learning entirely by ear, and they were learning some of these tricks. Obviously, composers like Jerome Kern, who we're talking about here, who wrote All the Things You Are. I mean, that guy was just obviously a harmonic genius. So let's look at all the songs he wrote. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes does the same thing.
Yep,
So does Nobody Else But Me. So the song Is You has a fascinating pivot chord to it. And the bass motion in that song has a lot to do with what's going on. But the players of this music, it's interesting. I think that it's only been until recent, in the last 30, 40 years, where a lot of players, I mean, we've all, I think, generally elevated our knowledge of what harmonically is going on, you know, in that sense.
So, Will, you're doing this already with All the Things, but can you like sort of assimilate all this theory and knowledge into just playing a tune?
Sure. Strike one.
Yeah, nice.
There was a smorgasbord of things. Some executed better than others.
Do you ever try to play a tune and sort of just go in a different direction harmonically that you're not even sure where you might end up, but you still have the form in your head? Like, it's something I like to try to do, where like I'll be playing a tune and then I'll just sort of, I'll not like abandon the harmony, but I'll just like open the door up to like, okay, let's try something totally different, but let's keep the form actually. And then you kind of end up back at the form on the bridge or something like that. Do you ever try that?
Absolutely. I think hopefully these tools that we went over today kind of open some doors for that. I'd say especially the traumatic triad, Chromatic, right? Chromatic. Chromatic.
Don't edit that out of the episode. Keep that. Chromatic triad.
Or just, right? You've got diminished triads moving in minor thirds on top of a given. It's endless, and start exploring it.